Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds of amateur mixed martial arts action. It has a catch weight limit of 82 kgs. It is brought to you by Combat Sports Insurance. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands at 1.89 meters tall. He weighed in 80.2 kgs. His record, 1 win. Representing Canterbury Fight Centre. Hailing and residing from Christchurch, New Zealand. Introducing Fergus the Future Jenkins. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He stands at 1.78 meters tall. He weighed in at 79.4 kgs. He is making his amateur debut here tonight in the Eternal Cage, representing Core MMA, hailing from Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA, now residing in Hamilton, New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ezra Berghan. 3-3s when the bell rings. Your referee in charge is John Sharp.
Man on the right of your screen, Fergus Jenkins, Ezra Berghan, more heavily muscled of the two. Berghan in the black engaged tights. And you can see straight away, he's a southpaw, coming from that southpaw position. And they're in open stances. Just probing, a lot of lead hand action there, Tanera.
Ezra Berghan in fantastic shape, Mike.
He switched back to conventional. Jenkins just looking to use that reach advantage. Needs to put a bit of authority on his shots. Didn't check that shot, but he did land a nice kick to the midsection of Ezra Berghan. He's looking for that, perhaps looking to drop the left hand, going inside thigh.
Ezra looking quite calm on debut here tonight. It's a very, very nerve-wracking thing to be in there for the first time.
Beautifully slipped. He slipped the right hand, and that's something a southpaw becomes very accustomed to, Jenkins. Pushing him up against the cage. Berghan does have the left underhook in.
Over-unders at the moment. Fergus doing a good job applying pressure with his left shoulder to Ezra Berghan there, making it very hard for Ezra.
Using his height too to good effect, just getting that shoulder right in.
Yeah, great reversal there by Ezra. He was able to control Fergus's left arm, and now he's going to look for knees on the inside, Mike.
That was nice work from him too. Listening to his corner, they called for the knees to the body. He executed straight away. Again though, Jenkins has held on to that position twice. He's been reversed against the cage. A lot of strength this early stage, particularly when they're dry as well. They don't slip off. Nice stiff sledgehammer jab down the middle, and there's a nice left hand from Berghan.
Yeah, punishing that left leg there, Mike.
And just a little upright, Fergus Jenkins. And as Berghan,
beautiful level change.
Well, there we go, level change beautifully. And again, it was slipping that left hand. Working his way into side control, front headlock position.
He's got control of the neck here, Mike. He's not in trouble yet, but he's definitely got control. Ezra doing a good job of fighting the hands, and he's out.
This is where you want to look to execute off the clinch too. Try and see so many shots where fighters are hit coming out of the clinch. Nice right head kick there from Jenkins. 2.5 minutes to go. Nice straight left hand from Berghan. That time Jenkins took a little bit of sting off it, but he's just a little bit upright. Berghan punching up, catching him as he bridges the gap. Just range not quite correct there from Fergus Jenkins.
Fergus looks like he's starting to slow down, actually. He might have, that left hand down the middle, like you see there, may have.
And another cracking left hand right on the bridge of the nose. You just see him flinching as well when that left hand comes. That one just caught on the trap there, that right high kick.
End of round one.
Now there we go, round one in the tanks, and as we go to the cards, what's your feeling of who would have dominated that fight? Certainly Berghan landed the cleaner shots with the hands.
As far as pressure is concerned, I'd have to give it to Ezra Berghan. I mean, looking very, very calm on debut tonight. Fergus Jenkins did quite well to get a few takedowns and controlling pressure on the cage, but I'm leaning towards you, Mike. Ezra Berghan, round one in my books.
Well, let's have a look at the replays.
Yeah, and you can see here, great level change by Fergus. Gets in deep. He looks to move to side control here, but Ezra does a good job wrapping him up just in half guard. doesn't get to close it.
And that's one of the key things. When you get the takedown, you have to do something for it. Although it does get a lot of talk about a takedown winning a round, he didn't do anything with it. He couldn't maintain the position. He didn't posture up. He didn't transition into a stage where he could effectively threaten the sub. So really not taking advantage of that. So Berghan, with his striking perhaps on our unofficial scorecards, of course, might be ahead after that first round.
You ready, son? Yeah. You ready?
Round 2.
Looking very focused there, Ezra Berghan, coming out conventional that time. He switched stance quite effectively.
Both guys are very, very calm and focused here tonight. It's very rare to see from two amateur fighters very early on in their career.
Starting to land, Berghan's landing that low kick to the lead leg too, and there's that left hand again. Every time he switches, he's really finding a home straight down the pipe. But good work once again, and lovely work, got the body lock, taking the back now.
One hook in, he's going to look to get that left leg over the thigh of Ezra Berghan. Ezra doing a good job fighting the hands, and this is the problem when you've got a long guy on your back. It's a very, very heavy backpack to carry, Mike.
Yeah, he's just looking to consolidate that position, trying to get rid of that hook though, Ezra Berghan. Now Weber calling the instructions. And one thing he does not want is he does not want that other hook getting in and getting flattened out.
There you go there, and
I think potentially there, shaking off the backpack, tripoding. It's a hard position now to hold. Well,
yeah, look for Fergus to start striking here to set up his submissions. Isolate that left arm. He can look for right there. He's going to look for a arm triangle if he's grabbed.
Quite hard to get an arm triangle though from just on top without moving out to the side.
And you see how he's grabbing the back of his head.
Well, famous last words from the commentator. It was a rough first round for Fergus Jenkins, but in the end he took back control, switched him over, flattened him out, and then just executed a very, very nice arm triangle from full mount. And good spotting from our commentator right here, Taniera Nathan, pulled the head up, and that was very, very nice from the young man, just 19 years of age.
Yeah, and what a great start. He, he really hit the nail on the head there. He took the back. Ezra tried to posture up, but unfortunately, when you're in full mount against a guy like Fergus Jenkins, not going to do you any favours.
Yeah, surprised though he didn't try the salute defence or even just try to get that shoulder out. So plenty to work on. Both these guys showed some good things so early in their careers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in round number 2. Your winner via shoulder choke, fighting out of the blue corner, Fergus the Future Jenkins.
Well, Fergus Jenkins will take his coach Carl Weber another victory for the Canterbury Fight Centre, and a very tall and lanky fighter, and he's cornering another one tomorrow night. So let's hope that trend continues.
Yeah, and you can see here, Mike, once he isolates that left arm, the move would be to move to side control and apply pressure to that angle. But you see here, his right hand grabs the back of his head, and that pressure alone is enough to get the tap. And Ezra Berghan, as you can see here, he's had enough. Quick tap, and Fergus Jenkins moves to 2-0 in his amateur mixed martial arts.
Yeah, had that bony shoulder of his right under the chin as well. So really, combination of a choke and a blood choke and an ear choke.